That's good stuff, mate. OK, fantastic. Can I just say, we had an absolute explosion of love and support for you, my good man. Thank you very much for talking to us over the phone. Can I just, first and foremost, I would love to offer to buy you a pint. So if you're ever in the area, around the Paddington Riviera, please do give me a shout, because I would love to buy you a pint. But can I just ask, what was going on for you? What was going through your head at the time? What happened?
So, of course, there was already troubles on the railways anyway. And I had to get off the train station. I was in the car and all that, trying to get over the bridge. And then, of course, they're just standing there, making me even more late for work. And there's two police officers just standing there looking at them. Like, they're not doing their jobs. So if they can't do it, then the members of the public start doing it for them.
How did you... What is your job, mate? Do you mind me asking? What is it that you do? Because you were obviously pretty desperate to get to work that day.
Yeah, I'm a scaffolder. So, of course, I have to get to work. Like, some jobs you can get lots of people there, some jobs you don't. So, of course, at this job, we didn't have many people there, so I need to be in. Otherwise, everyone else there is going to struggle as well. So, I had to be in work.
And when you gave them a shove... What were the police say? What were the police saying to you?
Well, they were swearing at me and just pushing me. They pushed me onto the other side of the road and then back into the other side and then into a van. But they were just sitting there swearing at me and shouting at me. And then that was it, really. They just kept on asking for my name and address and everything like that. Just saying that they never said I was detained for breach of the peace. Originally, they said I was detained for common assault. And of course, then the next morning, they ended up just dropping everything. They said the case was closed.
Yeah, well, a bit of common sense prevailed there. I mean, I would seriously question, though, why on earth that this lot of numpties are given a police escort through the streets of London, stopping people like you getting to work. I have just actually had one of those numpties on this show a few moments ago from his absolutely massive house in Norwich, where, of course, he works as a project manager and therefore clearly does not have to go and graft every single day. And what would you say to people like him who say, we're really sorry, but we have to do this to you because we're all going to burn to death if we don't?
Yeah, well, there's the thing I probably would say, I probably couldn't say live on air, but it's one of them. I don't see, because they can send 20 police officers to a bunch of kids playing in a park, but then they want to send 2 officers to 20 protesters standing in the middle of London, making the whole of London angry. I just don't see how that's logical. And then they say they've invested money and all that and putting 11,000 officers onto the street to stop the protesters. So why was there only 2 at this incident?
Well, it does seem, mate, you're saying what, frankly, pretty much everyone's thinking, right? Which is, you want to get to work, you have to be at work, these people need to be moved off the road, and why are you the one who's getting targeted by the police and all of this? What would you say to people who say, you overstepped the mark, you were a bit heavy-handed with them?
Well, no, I don't think I was. They've done it multiple times now. They've stopped traffic on motorways and in central London, as you can see. They've destroyed things, and I don't think they should be allowed to carry on going along with this. Of course, there's been instances before where someone has run them over, and the police can see there's things are happening, and they're not going to stop. But the thing that I don't understand is that the members of the public don't decide how the government spends that money on, technically. So why are they targeting us?
Is that your main thing, which is... Go on, carry on, mate. Carry on with that. So
I just don't understand why they're going to attack the members of public and ruin their days and stop them from earning money when the people they're stopping from getting to work are the people paying their taxes, which of course the money adds up into that fund that the government gets to spend. Why would they stop it?
What would your message to Just Stop Oil be?
If you want to have a real effect, go to the people that can actually make a change, which they're not.
Do you think that Just Stop Oil are against the working class?
Well, yeah, I think that most of them don't have jobs. As you can see, they've perfectly got enough time in their day to sit in the middle of the road. So they don't understand that nowadays things have gone up in price. If you don't work, you don't earn. If you don't earn, then you're going to struggle paying your bills. You're going to struggle putting food on your table.
And your message, presumably, to the police or to government would be, you know, instead of having police officers there walking them through the street, why don't they have police officers making sure you get to work?
Exactly the same as what Germany did. You see 6 protesters walk into the middle of the road. They didn't even get a chance to actually sit down, and them officers gone straight over them, pulled them off and pulled them to the side. It took 10 seconds. Instead, we're paying police officers a full day's wage to sit there and follow them about.
Mm. Would you do it again?
I would do it again. I don't. I say that on a level. I don't think what I did was wrong.
No.
But of course, as most people grow up being told by their parents, violence is wrong.
There's violence, and then there's violence, though, Louis, isn't there? You know, and I've had a look at
the police. The police can come over, and if I push how I push them protesters, and the police can be double as violent as how I was, and then start swearing at me, and then say they're going to arrest me for the things they're doing anyway. I don't see why were them officers not detained. They've just done exactly the same thing, if not pushed me further.
You think the police officers should have been the ones arrested?
I believe there was 2 officers, and I believe that white officer was violent. And I've had a lot of messages saying that it looks like that police officer was out to hurt me. Of course, I don't believe it. Don't get me wrong. I don't. In that incident, I do believe the Met have messed up, but I do have faith in some of the things they do. But I know they messed up, but that officer was, as other people have said, was out to hurt someone.
Now, Louis, can I just say thank you very much for coming on the show and talking to us, and it is genuinely really great to chat to you. We here at GB News we're a fan of your work, mate. We're a fan of your work, all right?
Yeah.
And we will be getting in touch with you because we would love to present you with the GB News People's Champion Award, which we have decided you will be the first recipient of the GB News People's Champion Award. So we've got your details. We will be in touch. And, look, thank you very much.